Jeff, something fun. We got Philadelphia Union center back Jack Elliott joining the show after two big wins for the team this week. Jack, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're fantastic. We're probably warmer than you were the other night for the Champions League game. Talk to us about what it was like there at Subaru Park and what it's like playing in the Champions League games.
Yeah, it's something special. Obviously, the other night was a bit different to the week before in El Salvador, but it was certainly a special night to advance and get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
Jack, how important is playing in the Champions League for people that are used to sports in the United States? You just have one season, where in soccer, in football, you have not only your MLS season, but you have other things that are going on. Sometimes you leave for your country, and sometimes you have this situation where you have the Champions League game. How important are these Champions League games for the Union players and for you in particular?
Yeah, we value the competition very highly, and I think it's one that everyone wants to win. It proves your team's worth against other teams from countries all around CONCACAF. So that's certainly something that it it means a lot to us. And if you win that competition, you go into to play in the Club World Cup against the best teams in the world. So it certainly provides a lot of pride for us, and something that we look to win when we're in it, and giving it a good go.
There's a difference in style in play between the MLS and playing in something like the Champions League. Is it hard to, as a MLS player on the Union team, to adjust to switching back and forth between the styles of play, or has Coach Curtin just set it up that you just play your game?
Yeah, I think most of the time we try to play our own game, and sometimes conditions don't allow for that to happen. I think we played away in El Salvador. The conditions weren't perfect for us, so we just tried to get through the game. And I think in this competition, you have to take care of business at home, and just survive away from home, basically. And this is what we did to a T in this round of the Champions League.
You guys have generally a pretty consistent schedule with the MLS in terms of when games are. How challenging is it to have these additional matches, often midweek, with the travel in between your regular MLS schedule? You guys play Chicago Saturday night, then you're playing Tuesday, then you're playing again Saturday. How difficult is that for you as a player?
It takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a lot to recover from the travel. Even within MLS teams, you're traveling 2-3 hours in a plane sometimes to get to games, and when you're doing international travel too, out of you, and it takes a lot of discipline to be able to recover every week and recover to be as close to 100% as you can be every week.
Jack, the Philadelphia Union is known as one of the deeper teams in MLS. How important, as you go through all of this different scheduling, is it to have a team as deep as your team is?
Yeah, it's certainly a huge importance to having a successful run in many of these competitions. I think we played a lot of players in these two Champions League games. I think probably played almost 20 different players in the game. So it just shows how deep we are to be able to rotate that much and be able to come out with the results.
We in Philadelphia, we have become accustomed to you and a lot of the Union players who've been on this team for this run over the last few years. How important and what has been the benefit of having a new player like Andres Perea on your team?
Yeah, he's an excellent player. You see the other night, he comes into the game and scores 2 goals to really put the game past the other team, not give them a chance to really have a go at us. So you see the quality that he has, and what he brings to the team is very important for us. And going to be important over the year, and you see that with all the new players that have come in for us.
You know, we talk about the depth of the team. You're somebody who's had a front row seat to the growth of this franchise. You were drafted in 2017. You've seen the building of the youth academy, the acquisitions. Your first year, you guys only won one game on the road. Last season ended in the MLS Cup. Talk to us about what you've seen of the growth of this organization through your time here.
Yeah, I think it's been a steady progression. It's not been too high one year and low the next year. I think every year since then we've done a bit better, and we're looking to do a bit better this year again and win a trophy and win the MLS Cup and win the Champions League. We have our sights set on as much as we can win. So I think it's been great for me to see how everything's progressed. I think it's taken a long time. It hasn't just come overnight. And I think every season we've gone one step further. And I think that's been a credit to everyone in the organization and all the players that have come through and have been a part of the team for that duration of time.
I know it didn't end the way that we wanted last year, but talk for a moment about scoring that goal in the 123rd minute against LAFC. I mean, my wife saw me lose my mind directly in front of her. Talk about what that was like for you.
Yeah, I also lost my mind too. It was an incredible feeling. But as it goes, it didn't work out for us, and hopefully we get another chance this year to put that right.
Now, Jack, before you got to the finals, you had to win a conference final, and you got to do it at Subaru Park in Philadelphia. What was it like to win a conference championship in front of that crowd?
Yeah, I think that game had a little bit extra zest to it with the year before. The majority of our team being wiped out through COVID. So I think that gave us more motivation, and it meant a lot more to a lot of people that we were able to, one, play in it, and two, win the game in such a fashion that it really, I think, just felt like a huge accomplishment for us to get back to the same position and be able to do the job that we set out to do.
Not many people might believe it seeing you on the field now, but you were actually kind of small and slight as a child. You've said that aided your development. I'm curious, talk about your youth sports experience and how being a late bloomer helped you become the Jack Elliott we see on the field now.
Yeah, I think I was small to average height when I was younger. I was still skinny, and I managed to work on other ways that weren't brute force to play football, and I think that helps me today with the way that I play and the way that I'm able to think about the game. And I think that development was really important for me to be able to work on my technical side of the game a lot more than the physical side, which generally comes and evens out as you get older.
Jack, we've talked to Coach Curtin in the past, and we've talked to a lot of your teammates about how important Coach Curtin has been to their development and just being steady as the team has grown into its role as a leader. What has been your experience with Coach Curtin, and how important do you see him being to this run?
Yeah, I think he allows the players to play. He gives people the confidence to be able to play every week and do play at their maximum every week. I think he is a certain level of respect for everyone in the locker room to be able to look after themselves, and that's something that we do. And I think that it just allows people to feel more comfortable and confident to go out and play for him.
You know, you're somebody who was you're English born to Scottish parents. What would it mean for you to get the chance to play for Scotland if you had it?
Yeah, that would be a dream come true. I think obviously playing professional is a dream come true, but that's the next level for me. It's something I dreamed about as a kid, running around the back garden, imitating the Scottish players at the time. Yeah, it would be something incredible in my life.
You know, Jack, last time we had you on was I believe a couple of years ago, and we asked you about cheesesteaks versus fish and chips. Have you had a chance to have another cheesesteak, and is it still fish and chips over cheesesteak, or are you coming our way?
I'm coming around. I'm coming around. It's not so different now.
When we get you on next time, we'll see if you've come all the way around. Jack Elliott, we continue to wish you guys the best success throughout the season. Thanks for giving us some time, and look forward to seeing you out there this weekend.
Thank you, guys.